Welcome to the REI Base 6 tent setup instruction. Jude and Chrysanthemum, go at it. First thing you want to do is lay the tent out, unroll it. It is rolled up so that the doors are in the direction of the roll. The tent is symmetrical. The fly dictates what the front of the tent or the back of the tent is. Go ahead, guys, and stake out all four corners of that tent. Make sure you put the stake through the loops and not through the grommets. Pull the tent tight from all four corners. Do not put the stakes through the tarp. If you're camping with others, line up the front of all the tents so they're in a line, and then put about 4 to 5 foot lengths between the two tents. When you're putting the poles together, don't slam them together. Slide them together. When you're putting the blue poles and the blue sleeves, pull the tent body and push the pole in, watching the end. If the end gets caught on something, stop and go up and fix it. Try to keep your shoes off the tent. Never pull on the pole. Always push on it. Pull on the tent sleeve and push on the pole. That's right, Jude. Hold on to the tent sleeve. Keep working that tip through. There. Now put it into the grommet. You might have to bend it up a little bit. There you go. Chrysanthemum is pushing the pole. Jude is help guiding. Now they switch position so that Chrysanthemum doesn't let the tip get caught in the fabric. Jude is pushing on the pole, and Chrysanthemum is going to lift up on the tent body so it's easier for Jude to get that first pole all the way in. Note how Chrysanthemum is sliding material towards Jude to get it in. That's good, Chrysanthemum. Push up on the pole and then slip it into the grommet. Check your poles. Don't want them coming apart. Nope, not in those holes. Yes, in the end of the big loop. That's good, Chrysanthemum. Tuck that tarp under the tin. The black poles go into the black sleeves. When you're putting the black poles in, make sure they go over the top of the blue poles and go into the grommets that are on the far tabs of the tent down on the ground. Connect the clips over both poles. Then put the clips onto the side poles. Go ahead, and now it's time to put the rain fly on. The rain fly has a larger vestibule on one side of the tent versus the other. The larger vestibule is the front of the tent, and it has a white sleeve that goes through it that'll tell you which way the front or the largest vestibule. Clip the four corners and then work yourself all the way around, clipping all the clips to the base of the tent. There's one last pole that goes over the top of the rain fly. That's it'll be a clear pole with no markings on it. It'll go into that white sleeve. Now the fly is a little bit tight, so you want to make sure you have the pole bowed back on the outside and then push it through the sleeve. Remember, don't pull on the pole. Now it's time to stake out the front of the fly. Make sure the straps are loose. Pull them tight, push them into the ground, and then pull on the buckle. Repeat doing the same thing on the back side. Loosen the straps up first, push in the stakes, then pull the buckle tight. The Base 6 is equipped with storm straps underneath the fly. Not always needed, but if it's going to be stormy, take these red Velcro straps and attach them to the poles. But to do that, you'll have to unloosen the buckles all the way down along the sides to be able to pull it up. Now, when you stake that guideline down, it's pulling on the frame of the tent. There are storm straps on the inside, on the large vestibule side. Make sure you get those 3 done, and it's okay to wrap those all the way around the tent body itself and the blue pole sleeves. Go ahead and attach the guidelines so that you're pulling on the frame of the tent to be more stable in high winds. When you unzip the fly, make sure you roll up the door to the inside, and then there's a little buckle there. For areas where it's hotter, what you can do is pull it out, but make sure you pull the tent stakes up next to the body so you don't lose them. Go ahead and fold those underneath and roll them up, and you'll find another little tag to help hold them up there close to the tent. On the back side, there's also some ties. So unzip the door, fold it up from the bottom corner first, roll it up tight, and put the strap on. Keeps everything looking nice and neat. If you don't fold it up from the bottom, it'll sit on the ground. For warmer conditions, when you're not going to use it very often, or you're not expecting a rain, maybe just a dew, you can fold it back like this. It'll do a better job of catching the wind. Make sure you find your tent bag and put it in one of the many pockets inside the Base 6 so that those tent bags, pull bags, don't get lost. Chrysanthemum is going to open up the heat vent on the top. Oh, she's not tall enough. Don't lay on the tent body. Instead, go inside and reach up and unzip the hatch on the inside to grab that piece. And then open up the damper. Now Jude here is just going to run out and leave the door hanging. That's not a good way. It'll get ripped or damaged. Very inconsiderate. So go ahead and unzip it fully, kind of wad it up, and stick it in one of the pockets up there in the top of the ceiling. Keeps it out of the way and keeps it from getting ripped up. Jude is always appreciative when he learns from another scout. When you're done using the tent and it's time to put it away, make sure you undo all the straps and zip up all the doors of the fly and the tent body itself. It's okay to leave the windows unzipped. That'll help get the air out of the tent while you're rolling it up. Remove all the stakes from the fly first, leaving the stakes in the 4 stakes in the main body corners for very last. It's a good practice to put all your stakes in one location so that you do not lose them. When you pull a pole out of the tent, push down on the tent with 2 fingers and pull up on the pole. Remember, push the poles out. Do not pull them out. Chrysanthemum is pushing them through the tent, through the fabric, and Jude is just folding the tent up, the poles up. Go around and undo all the buckles. That'll free the fly from the tent body itself. Go ahead and pull the fly off the body. Whoops. Looks like one of the tie downs was left attached to the tent pole. Looks like Jude's a little lost. What's going on? Oh, Chrysanthemum is getting the tent bags out of the tent. Don't forget to clean out your tent before you take your tent down. Go ahead and undo all the buckles, clips, and then take out the 2 black poles and fold them up. Remember to push them through. Don't pull on the poles. Remember, stick your fingers down and pull up on all 4 poles on all the corners. You still have not taken the 4 stakes out of the corners at this point. You'll pull them out, pull them back, and the tent will fall down. Remember, push poles. Do not pull on them. Oh, Jude's pulling on a pole. He got lucky, but that could damage it. Go ahead and put the fly and just drape it over so that it's all laying on there. Doesn't need to be folded. Just kind of put it there on the top so it covers the whole thing. Now you can remove your 4 corner stakes. You're going to fold the tent into fourths. Nope, a few more stakes to take out. You're going to fold it in fourths to the middle, then fold it over, leaving the tarp there. Now fold the tarp all the way over and fold it kind of in half, and then bring back the last little bit. Keeps all the clean material there on the tent. Fold the poles up. Make sure you keep track and you've counted them all. You should have 5 poles. 2 blues, 2 blacks, and a silver. Now, you should be able to get all your stakes. The tent comes with 12 steel stakes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh no! Take a look around. Jude found one. Chrysanthemum found the other. 12 stakes. Go ahead, make sure everything is tight. Put your poles on one end and your stakes and start rolling up around them while another scout is holding down on the end of the tent. Roll it up, keep it very tight. This will be a little tricky and it'll be hard, but if you don't keep it tight, it won't fit in the bag. Keep pulling it backwards a little bit and tucking it in with your fingers. See how Chrysanthemum's doing that? Now Chrysanthemum's going to hold it, and Jude is going to bring it down up over the top and push the bag down from the top rather than trying to drop the tent into the bag. Work it down with your fingers. It takes a little bit of time and it's tough, but you can do it. Keep stuffing those strings in. Don't let it get away from you. Once it gets almost up to the top, then you can start stuffing the little loose pieces into the bag. Pull it up tight. Good job, guys. Now when you get home, you're going to need to hang your tent up. Make sure you hang up all the pieces. You can hang the ground cloth, take the fly, strap it over a line, and stake it out like a teepee. You can set the tent up, and then you can loop it through so that it's being held on the line with the line inside the two legs. Thank you for your time. Make sure you take care of the tent. It should last a long time.